Hello there, welcome to a tyke farming in the Philippines. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, ding-a-ling ding dong the bell. It's Saturday morning, 8 o'clock, 3 men on site, Win, Ramil and Soy. Will be, well, I think Soy this morning is going to put a gate on the chicken run, get rid of that net so we can get in and out properly. Ramil and Win are cleaning out the pigs at the minute and the chickens, and I don't know, it depends on Soy how he organises it. It's overcast and we've had quite a bit of late rain last night, so Win and Ramil might go back to the concreting the walls at this end of the piggery, or they might work with with Soy on the house. Soy was bending metal yesterday. I presume they'll be bending metal today because we need a lot of rebar, so we could easily be doing the concrete wall, but we'll see how it goes. I'll turn the camera around and I'll go and have a look at the chickens and pigs. Back to normal now. David will fly out at lunchtime today on his way back to Australia. I'll be relaxing all weekend, pretty knackered, late nights, and I don't drink anymore, but late nights, and out of routine, so we'll get back to normal by Monday. Yeah, the granddaughters love the pigs. I posted one video with them in the pen, but there's a couple more where they stood outside where I am and the pigs are running around playing and they're giggling and laughing. It's a really nice video, so I'll put that up, and I'll put more photographs and videos up when I get sorted out. The chickens are all inside. They're being fed. They've got water. Still closed up because they won't go outside, it's too wet. Oh, with a bloody dog in this place yesterday. A stray dog. When they're having the party last night, was it last night? No, the day before, Thursday night. There was a couple of dogs got in through the front gate and we chased them out, and there was a dog. We didn't know if he'd chased him out or not, we couldn't find him, and he was hiding behind the metal sheets or somewhere down the side wall, and we found him on Friday morning. So opened the gates to get him out, and he came down here, round the back of where we're making the concrete walls, and he bit his way through the net and got into the chicken run, where all the chickens are out. The chickens were flying all over the bloody place, and we eventually got him out. But the dogs can't get in now with the fence, but they can get in through the front gate, because the gate wasn't open, they just walked in. But that's not normally the case. Normally that gate's closed all the time. So that was a bit of a drama, a dog in the bloody chicken run. So I'll leave this video there, and we'll do a couple more throughout the day. It's 10 o'clock. We've got a problem with the chickens. I'll go and show you. With one die yesterday, with another one this morning, and it's badly knocked about. And that one's not going to survive. I'll be very surprised if it does. So we'll go and see what's happening. Now that's a small chicken there. It's badly bitten on the legs again. And what's happening is the birds are maturing now. And the big birds, especially the cockerels, are attacking the smaller birds. And we've had two die with fighting, and with a third one in that cage, which probably won't survive. So we separated the big birds temporary and the cockerels and put them into them cages. So it's reduced the numbers in here. We've still got one or two big birds, but most of them are smaller birds now. So that solved the problem on a temporary basis, but we need to separate these small chickens. So we can't separate the run into two because we've only got one door. Otherwise we could have partitioned the hen house off and partitioned the run off and separated them that way. So what we're going to do, and I was going to do it anyway later on, but now we're doing it in a hurry just to separate the small birds out. The nursery pen we built for the pigs, it's got plywood walls to go back on. We're going to put a roof on it and tin sheet the roof. And we're going to make that into a hen house, which I was going to do to breed the different breeds we've got. I was going to have 3 hen houses made up with bits and pieces we have on site, a low cost project, but now we're doing the first one in a hurry. So we'll put the hen house here with all the small birds in it, maybe 20 birds, and we'll have a run down there. So we're going to have to put maybe 1 or 2 more posts, or 2 more posts here, and then net it off to the fence, and they'll have a run down there. So we're doing that now. We've got tin sheet on site, but it's that very, very thin stuff, and it's buckled and twisted, whatever have you. We've got one good sheet we can use, but it's very inexpensive, so I'll get some more of it, maybe 4 sheets, just to do that job. So that'll solve the problem of the birds, big birds attacking the little ones. And then when they get to size, they can all go back together. The big hens will go into the cages when they start laying. And then this small hen house, I'll put Plymouth Rock or whatever, maybe 8 hens. I'll buy a cockerel in from elsewhere, Plymouth Rock cockerel, and then we'll start incubating them eggs and sell them as Plymouth Rock on chicks on Facebook. That's the plan. And I'll do another 2 small hen houses for the black Australorps and the Rhode Island Reds. It's a small black Australorps which seem to be getting picked on, and they're the biggest bird out of the 3 when they grow up and mature. I think it's mainly 2 cockerels in there now which have matured, both black Australorps, and I think it's them 2 what's causing all the damage. We could put a rope round the legs and leave them outside permanently. I suppose that would be another solution. This is a bit more complicated, but it's something I want to do anyway, so it's just a case of rushing this first one forward so we can separate them. It's 1:45, so lunch is just finishing. Another 15 minutes, so I'll have a walk down there and show you what we've done this morning. We've been cleaning up out here, we're getting organised. Load of sand there, dripping off the table from David's pig. There's rice on the floor there, a few paper cups still. Doesn't look like the dogs are interested in the rice. And we're cleaning up inside in the cabin, etc, etc. There's rice everywhere. Yeah. Obviously the dogs are sick of rice. So I'm waiting for tin sheets coming for this small hen house. And some purlins, just a length of purlins. So we aren't doing anything with that at the moment. But it needs done as soon as we get the materials. So this afternoon, tomorrow morning, whatever, and get them large birds out the cages and back in the run. But Soy's been bending metal again. As you can see on the floor. And alright. The first post, rail bar for the first post is put up. Is made up rather. So that will be going in I imagine, to where they broke the ground on the 18th. I mean, it can go in anywhere, but they'll probably, I would think, make 3 or 4 posts, rail bar up. What day is it today? Saturday. Soy's working today, won't be working tomorrow. And then Monday Toto will be in. So Toto will be digging the holes for the posts. So they'll make another post up this afternoon, I would imagine. Rather than dig holes, leave that for Toto. Unless the tin sheets come early, they should do. It normally gets stuff up to me quickly. But there's only, I think, 4 tin sheets and 1 purling, so he's not going to send a truck up here just for me with that. So it might be tomorrow. But if he comes this afternoon, they'll get on with that hen house. Oh, there's a length of pipe as well. Oh no, Wynne says we have a length of pipe against the wall down there, 2-inch pipe, which I think that's 3-inch pipe. That's quite expensive, that one, for the electric wire, because we'll need a couple of posts put in here to here, say, just to hang the bird netting off the run for the small chickens we put in here. So I'll leave this video there. I'll do another one at tea time. It's good to be getting back to normal. I'm answering comments. A bit surprised I've got through them rather quickly. Unless when I refresh the page there's a lot more. So I'll make a final video around tea time. Right, another video clip. Soy's working on his metal bending, and Wynne and Rammel, because it's fine, I've started on figuring out the run for the chickens. We're putting down there. They're cutting a post in half and digging and getting it bedded in, and then I'll be looking at putting net up. When the materials come, soil, make the chicken shed. But we've learned something this weekend. I've been debating for weeks in my own mind how I'm going to do the walls in the house, and I've had various options. And talking to David, we've decided a cavity wall, an air gap's going to be the best way to go for ventilation, keeping the house cool. So we decided, or I decided, after speaking with David, that we'd go hollow blocks, which is used a lot in the Philippines, and I'd make one wall with that thickness hollow blocks, and then the inside wall the same hollow blocks with the air gap 6 or 8 inches depending on the width of the posts. So I'd settled that in my own mind until we started roasting a pig. Oh, the other thing David explained to me, when they put Rio bar in and then concrete it in, that's to fasten the Rio bar, to bond the Rio bar with the concrete block. And he's saying you don't have to fill every hole up with concrete, which is what they do here. So they're making it, using a hollow block and making a concrete wall in the actual fact. And the reason they do that here is these concrete blocks are rubbish. They've no strength in them at all, as you see there. you pick one up and it'll break in your hand. I don't know if this one, I'll go from the side. Break in your hand. They're not a hollow block as we know them in the West. I mean, they might be freshly made, but even they have dried out. They bake them in the sun. I don't know. You just, to my mind, we just can't use them. I mean, we struggled making that little oven. You tread on them, as you can see there. If you stand on them, they break. So, what I'm going to do now, going back to the original idea in some aspect, between the posts I'm going to pour a concrete wall, 3-inch wide maybe, same as we've done on the fence, and that'll be the outside veneer for the wall of the building, and then an air gap, and then the inside wall I'll use cement board. We call it inch cement board here. It's about 3/4 inch thick, and that'll give me a 6 to 8 inch air gap. And the cement boards on the inside is quite easy to smooth off with plaster, giving the inside a nice finish. And the air, I'll put vents on the outside on the concrete wall, maybe one between each post to let all the air in. It'll go up the cavity wall into the roof space, and then on the roof I'll have a couple of whirlybirds, letting the warm air, hot air out. And David reckons that will keep it cooler than what it would if we put insulation in, because insulation stops the heat coming through the wall, but it doesn't take it away. When the outside wall gets hot, it's hot, and whereas an air gap in between the walls, the heated air will continually rise naturally, drawing cooler air in the bottom, and it will work much better than insulation, as is explained to me, and it makes sense when you think about it. So that's what we're going to do. Outside wall's going to be concrete, and it's not supporting any weight, it's not load there in the walls. So the outside wall will be concrete and the inside wall will be cement sheet. So that's the final decision, but the last final decision was hollow blocks, which I would have gone that way if they were fit for purpose, but when they break apart in your hand, you can possibly use them. It's 10 to 5, Saturday. I've reminded myself more than anything. So we'll see what we've done today. 3 men on site today. Sort of getting back to a normal day's work. So they put 2 posts in. 1, 2. That's a piece of rebar across the top. That's to string the netting up on the chicken run we'll be doing here, to separate the smaller chickens from the bigger ones. I'll go and have a look, see how that chicken's doing next, and then we'll adapt that pig crate we made into a chicken house, and it'll be semi-permanent, because when these smaller chickens grow and they can go back with the big ones, I'll use this as a breeding pen. We've got 3 types of chicken I'll breed: Plymouth Rocks, Rhode Island Reds and Black Australorps, and they'll be kept separate in their own breeds. And then if you sell chicks at a week old, they're not like what we got, and probably every other seller in the Philippines are the same. Half of them are the breed they're supposed to be, and half of them are crossbreeds. We've got the delivery of the materials to do the small chicken hut. Basically all we needed was another round bar there, although that's his stick, we can't use that. I think 14 sheets, they'll cut them in half, and 2, 3, 5 purlins. So Monday, soy doesn't work, generally speaking, doesn't work Sundays. And Win and Ravel won't do soy's work while he's on site, so they don't do welding as such, but Win did all the welding on this extension to the fence, and he did a good job with it, but he won't tread on soy's toes. So all they'll do is put a roof on this cage, an apex roof on it, tin sheets on top, and I want the roof extended out both ends and a good overlap at the sides, and then the boards will go back on, which are already there, tie wired back on, but the centre board will remain off so they can use the full space of the pen, and you'll get a fair few chickens in there. We'll have to the pig matting will go back down on the bottom, but we'll have to put some perches in possibly, and then when these chickens come out of there, they're only going in because they're being pecked a lot. We'll have to put a nesting box on one end, one side, for the breeding chickens. Eventually there'll be 9-10 chickens in there and a cockerel. So that's the plan for that, but that'll be Monday, I would think, before we do that now, but it won't take them very long. Tomorrow we'll probably get the netting up. Sunday just Win and Ram are working. So we did that Rio Bar post this morning, and that's half done. Soy's continued bending metal. But we have to get back into a working routine now. So I'll go and check on the pigs. Cleaned out and fed. Yeah, all looking very nice. Now next week, beginning of next week, I'll get this hot box taken out. We'll give this pen a good wash down and sterilise it, and we'll move the pigs back into this pen. And when we do that, at the same time, I'll get the scales down here and we'll weigh them. I've just bought more feed today, 7,000 pesos worth of starter, 4 bags, so I'll have to update that sheet. The receipt's in the cabin, so it's 7,180 from memory. That's your biggest cost, is feed, but with fermenting feed for the chickens, I think we're doing much better on the chicken feed. And next week I'll be starting to prepare them for some fermented feed. Oh, I won't open the neck. Oh, I will, because I'll check that injured bird and see how it's going. And I'm really looking forward to getting this bloody gate sorted out. I'll put the camera down. It's a pain in the backside. And at times I think Filipinos like to bloody struggle with things. Tied up. 3-4 knots in it. One knot would do if you have to put a knot in it. But there's no need to put a knot in the damn thing. They can't push the gate open. And a dog could, if it got in, couldn't push the gate open from this side because it's up against the electric box. Different cultures. They obviously like tying knots. So they're all fed, they've got water. All the big birds, or vast majority of big birds, are in cages out the way. And this little fellow is still alive. I'll maybe pull him out tonight and tomorrow and have a look, you know, what his injuries are. With things going on this last week, sort of lost touch with these animals, and what we definitely need to do now we've restocked the piggery with pigs is every day the pigs come first. As main focus has got to be on the animals and keeping them disease free. Wherever we possibly can. Because if we don't upgrade his husbandry skills. We can't move forward and start farrowing pigs if we're going to be hit by disease randomly, because it's like playing Monopoly. If you go to jail, you don't go past go, and if you have 6 pigs periodically, you'll never pass go in a pig breeding enterprise. But we are doing much better with these pigs. I'm very happy with these pigs. So the next lot of pigs, I'll come from the same place if I possibly can, and if I have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for pigs to be ready, I'll wait 2 or 3 weeks for pigs to be ready. Of course, if you're farrowing your own pigs, then you've got total control from birth to finished, and that's what you really need, to be in total control. So I'll leave this video there. Sunday tomorrow, I'll probably do another video tomorrow because of the 1 or 2 clips of the celebrations and that this week. So I'll fill a short video out with some of them. So that's it. We'll see you tomorrow.